When I was governor of West Virginia, we used to grapple over the budget like every state, every governor, and every legislature, every senator, and every delegate. But when the deadline arrived, people came together and we did our job. Democrats and Republicans, business and labor, progressives and conservatives, and we enacted a balanced budget every year without failure. It's our part of our Constitution. It's who we are. I've only been in the U.S. Senate for 5 months, and I have never seen anything quite like this. Never could have imagined anything quite like this. But I see so much opportunity if we'll just start talking and working together. We are outspending our revenues by hundreds of billions of dollars every month. Hundreds of billions every month. They tell us that our revenue estimates will be about $2.2 billion this year, but our expenditures are expected to be over $3.7 billion. Now, I believe everybody that we speak to and everyone that's listening to us can understand that we've got a problem. But yet we're grappling over this tonight of a budget that should have been done 6 months ago. This is a budget crisis. It's not a social crisis. And to put all of this into the mix right now is wrong. Instead of all of us coming together, really Republicans and Democrats, with a common sense budget compromise, we face a shutdown of the government, not over how much to cut, but over what social issues we agree or disagree on. On many of these social issues, I will be the first to admit that I'm probably more conservative than most on my side of the aisle. I'm pro-life and I'm proud of it. But this is a budget crisis, and I've said that. This is not the place or the time for that. There will be a time and a place to vote on these issues, but not when they jeopardize the paychecks of our brave men and women in uniform, which you just so eloquently explained what was at risk. And that is wrong. You know it's wrong, and we all know it's wrong, no matter what side of the aisle. Our dear friend, our senator from Arkansas, was speaking about the cooperation that we all should have, reaching out across the aisle, not putting blame, and because we're all at fault, and we'll all be looked at as the culprits. The bottom line is that we need to come together and fix this. The American people expect that from us. People back home in Colorado and also in West Virginia expect that from you and I, and it's right, what's right for the nation. That's one of the reasons that I and so many of my colleagues here have said that we're going to give up our salary. We call it the no work, no pay pledge. That no work, no play pledge is pretty much universally understood. In West Virginia, when you don't have a good day's work, you shouldn't expect a payday. Now, I can say that's not my fault, and you can say it's not your fault, and everybody else could, but we're all part of this, and we've got to put the pressure on. But I can tell you, as my father would tell me all the time, he said, Joe, whatever your problems are, try it without a paycheck. You'll compound them rapidly. I'm going to be sending my paycheck back to the U.S. Treasury to pay down our debt. Many others will be donating them to charity. We'll be standing with the American people, our military men and women, who will pay a heavy price for their elected government's failure to finish a budget, unless a common sense agreement is reached tonight, and I believe it will be. As we have a few hours, precious hours left, and I still am a very optimistic person. And with that, I think that there is some of our colleagues sit up tonight about passing a piece of legislation, even if we don't come to agreement, that our brave men and women who are serving all over the world to protect us, to live in freedom, will be paid. To my friends on the Republican side of the aisle, I want to say that there are many instances where we might agree on social issues and some where we might disagree. That's the healthy part of our democracy. It's really what makes us so unique. I assure you, there is a time and a place for everything. There is a time and a place for those votes, but not tonight. Today is not that time, and our deadline is here and rapidly approaching, as you can see. My hope and prayer is that tonight we will do what's right. We'll come together as Americans, and we'll agree to a common sense budget that is a first step to putting our fiscal house back in order. That's what the people of West Virginia who sent me here And I took that oath of office, not just to represent the Democrats on my side of the party or the Democrats in West Virginia. I took an oath of office to represent everybody in West Virginia, Democrats, Republicans, all different walks of life. And I'm going to do everything I can to make sure they understand I'm here for them. And I thank you